So you have been thinking of moving to Kitchener, Ontario, and you want to find out what 500,000 can get you here in Kitchener? Well, that's what this video is about. In this video, I'm going to take you on a tour of 3 different homes, which is going to be in the low, mid, and the high 500s, giving you a really good idea as to what 500,000 can get you here in Kitchener, and we're going to get after it right now. If this is your first time to this channel and you want to know everything about living, eating, sleeping, playing, working, basically anything to do with Kitchener, Cambridge and Waterloo, then subscribe below and tap on that bell for notification so you can be the first to learn about the current market in Kitchener, Cambridge, Waterloo and surrounding town. My name is Dharmik Dixit. I'm a local real estate agent serving Cambridge, Kitchener, Waterloo and surrounding areas. I do get calls, texts, emails from people just like you looking for help in making their move to Cambridge, Kitchener, Waterloo and the surrounding areas. And I absolutely love it. So whether you're thinking of moving in 9 days or 90 days, be sure to give me a call, shoot me a text, send me an email, or you can even schedule a Zoom call. All the information you will find below in the description. We'll be more than happy to help you make a smooth move to Cambridge, Kitchener, Waterloo and surrounding areas. All right, so right now I'm in the heart of downtown Kitchener, and what you can see right behind me is the Kitchener Farmers Market. This is definitely the place worth checking out if you're ever in this area. Definitely head here. The market is actually open. The farmers market is actually open every Saturday morning 7 a.m. to 2 p.m. But the upper level is where all the food vendors are. Plenty of local food items to try. If you are a foodie, definitely you will enjoy this place. And they are actually open from Tuesday to Friday. So worth checking out on any given day of the year. It is open all year round. But you know, there are a lot of events happening in this place where you can see right behind me. Obviously for the winter right now, it is closed for the winter, but otherwise any day of the summer, it's a pretty happening place all year round. That's a bit about it. But just a fun fact about this farmers market, this market actually first opened its door in 1830s, making it one of the oldest continuously operating farmers market, not just in Waterloo, but the entire Canada. So that's something, that's a bit of a fun fact about this farmers market. Like I said, you know, definitely worth checking out if you're ever in this area or you're in Kitchener. You will not be disappointed. I'm gonna jump back in my car and meet you at my first property, which is gonna be in the low 500s. So let's get right into it. Okay, so we are at the first property, and this is the house that's listed in the low 500s. So exactly at 500,000 is the house that's listed. What you can see right behind me is a 3-bedroom, 2-washroom condominium townhome that's listed at 500,000, giving you that above ground living space of approximately 1,200 square feet. It does have a finished basement with an additional living space of approximately 350 square feet. Could be ideal for a library or a home office, something along those lines. Now keep in mind, as you can see, it is a condo townhouse community. So there is a monthly condo fee of $339 per month, which does include water. So oftentimes you will have to pay attention to what those condo fees do include and do not include. With this particular house that I just showed you, the condominium fees does cover water. So, and in fact, it does actually cover the exterior maintenance, you know, landscaping of common areas, snow removal in the winter months for the common areas, not for your driveway. And at the same time, your windows, roofs, doors, and the siding, as well as the structure and the foundation. All of that is the responsibility of the condominium corporation. So that is what I feel many first-time homebuyers actually tend to like, that okay, I would rather pay a monthly condo fee of $300 or $350, but as I'm using all my savings towards a down payment, I would rather go with a house that has all the major expenses covered by the condo corporation versus a house where I could be running myself into some trouble as I move in, let's say, a year or two down the road. Give you for example, in this 500,000 range, you could look at a condo townhouse like this. You could look at a condo apartment building, or you could look at an older bungalow style homes which will not have a condominium fees. Now that's where first time home buyers often find it a bit difficult to settle with, and that's where it will become a balancing act for you. If you are a first time home buyer, you will have to pick your bets between, okay, do I go with an older construction which does not have a condo fee, but I could run into some major issues with that house down the road, And okay, anything like roofing or siding or anything to do with the foundation or structure will easily cost you 5 digits out of your pocket. Or you could go with something like this, which does have all those things covered. It could be a starter home, maybe 2, 3, 4 years down the road. You could look at coming out of this, but keep in mind, at least as you move in, you have all the major expenses covered as part of your condominium fees. So that's where you will have to kind of, make a bit of a decision. And it is a balancing act between the condo fee and the price of the home, which I'm going to get into as we head to our next property. So stay tuned. I'm going to drive around this neighborhood, show you a bit about the community and the neighborhood as well, so you get to see it up close and personal. And I'm going to see you in my second property. So let's get right into it. All right, so here we are at the second stop, and this is the house that's listed at $550,000. As I promised, it's gonna be the low, mid, and high 500s. So this is the one at the mid 500 point, 550,000. The idea is to give you a really good understanding of what are your options in this price range. So the house that you can see right behind me, the one with the red brick, is a detached bungalow. That's the one that's listed at $550,000. It's sitting on a lot of 120 by 40, so giving you that overall lot square footage, just around under 5,000 square feet. Not too huge, not too small, just decent enough. Ideal for a starter home. Just looking at the picture, you can figure it out. It's ideally a move-in ready home, nothing too fancy, but just move-in ready, ideal for a starter home. It is a bit of an older construction. As I had mentioned earlier, if you are looking for a rather freehold construction in this price range, you will more than likely have to settle with a dated construction, and that actually does come with this neighborhood. So the house that I just showed you is actually built in the 1950s, so it is a bit of a dated construction, but hey, you do not have a condo fee, and that's exactly where you will have to pick your bets in terms of whether you go with a bit of a newer construction. So the house that we saw previous to this was the one that's built in the 1980s versus something like this that's a bit older, but you do not have a condo fee. So that's where you will have a bit of a decision making. But just look at the tree lines as I'm walking here, and that tells you quite a bit about how mature and well established this whole community is. So that's a bit about it. This is a 3-bedroom, 1 washroom, but it is a bungalow, living space of around 1,100 square feet. But the benefit is you have all the living space pretty much on the same floor, considering the fact that it is a bungalow. So it will definitely give you a more spacious layout in comparison to some of the 2 or 3 story townhomes that you will find within this price range. So that to give you a really good idea as to your diverse options within this price range, what I'm gonna do is show you around this neighborhood as well, and then I'm gonna meet you at the third property, which is gonna be in the high 500. So stay tuned and let's get right into it. All right, so here we are at the final stop, and this is the house that's actually listed into the high 500s. So what you can see right behind me is a 3-story condo townhome. Not the one in the corner, but the one beside it is the one that's listed at $599,000. Now I know arguably some of you might say it is almost $600,000, but considering the market that we are in and looking at the comparable for the house, you could be looking at high 500s, somewhere around 570 to 580. So that's the reason I picked this house. So just be kind with me in the comment if you can, please. that would be much appreciated. But telling you a bit about the house, why I picked this house is to really help you understand how does the condo fee, the age of the house, and the price of the house go hand in hand. So, like I said, this is a 3-story townhome, still around 1,200 square feet of living space. You do get your 3-bedroom, 2 washrooms. However, the condo fee is only $155 per month, so which is much lower in comparison to some of the other condo townhomes that you see these days, especially in this price range. So as you can see, it does go hand in hand. The lower the condo fee, the higher the price, and vice versa. At the same time, this house is actually built in 2010 in comparison to some of the other homes that we saw earlier. Those were a bit of an older and dated construction. So as your budget does go up, obviously your options will increase in terms of finding newer construction, as well as something with a lower condo fee, or could potentially be a freehold as well. You could get away with that depending on the house, depending on the neighborhood. Obviously all those factors are at play, but that's where you will have some decision making to do. But the idea was to give you a really good understanding of how the condo fee and the price of the house does go hand in hand, and this is a classic example of that. So I hope that did give you some decent idea about the price points. 2010 build is really not that bad. I mean, you're looking at less than 15 years old in terms of construction. So before I wrap this video, what I'm gonna do is jump back in my car, show you around this neighborhood so you get to see it up close and personal, giving you another great idea about this community and what it can buy you as you go to high 500s. But like I said, as you approach that high 5 into the low 6, definitely your options do increase in terms of what you can find within that budget. So that's a bit about it. Once again, whether you're thinking of moving in 9 days or 90 days, be sure to give me a call, shoot me a text, send me an email, or schedule a Zoom call. All the information you will find below in the description. We'll be more than happy to help you make a smooth move to Kitchener, Cambridge, Waterloo, all the surrounding areas. Until next time, well, I do hope to show you around town.